like me, rats are not something you call a pet, but I'm willing to have an open mind on this, and today Wild Things is back with Marnie Giroud. She's going to tell us why rats are so nice and why rats shouldn't be put in rat traps. Here she is.
Hi everyone and welcome to Wild Things. Yes, today we're talking rats. These little guys strike fear into the hearts of many, but they're beautiful little pets and they've got some amazing qualities too. Joining us today to talk about rats is Linley Brown, ex-zookeeper, education conservationist and more importantly, rat enthusiast. Hi Linley, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Marnie.
No worries. Now I think this little guy wants to come and say hi to you because he's not liking me. Now, look, tell us, a lot of people are really worried about rats and they think they're not clean. Can you give us an example of why they are such a clean pet?
These guys are completely clean. They don't have the diseases that the wild rats actually have. And they groom themselves constantly and they groom each other. And in fact, often after I've handled them, they groom themselves to get off the human germs that I've put on them.
Oh, really? And
they can be toilet trained quite easily as well. So they're not dirty at all. They're very clean.
They're gorgeous. And oh, what's this one's name?
This one is Basil.
Basil?
He's one of our boys.
He's cute.
He's a champagne hooded. He's not albino like people think.
Right.
When you look carefully, he actually has a bit of a champagne colouring to his head.
Okay.
And this one here is Berry, our little girl.
Berry, she's gorgeous.
And these guys can quite happily live together because we've had our boy fixed.
Right, okay, yep, very important. Now, I've heard that rats bond with their owners in much the same way as dogs do. Have you found that?
Absolutely, and poor little Basil over there, he doesn't know you as well, Marnie.
No, he's like,
and he wants to come back to me because he knows me and he knows my smell, and they actually do and can recognise us and they feel more comfortable with their owners.
Yeah, you can see that. Look at them. Now, amazing sense of, you did mention smell. They've got an amazing sense of smell. Tell us some of the amazing things that they've been trained to do to help humans.
Right, well, these guys do have a great sense of smell, somewhat like dogs. And in Africa, the giant pouch rats have actually been trained to sniff out landmines like a dog has.
So hang on, back that truck up. Giant pouched rats.
Giant pouch rats.
That's amazing.
These guys are tiny compared to a giant pouch.
How big would a giant pouch rat be?
Probably like this big.
Gosh, okay. Giant.
Much bigger.
Yep.
And so they are larger, but still not large enough to set the landmines off.
Okay.
And therefore they're safer to use than the actual dogs.
I've heard that, yeah, because dogs can sometimes set the mines off, which
yes.
Not too good. Now, the other thing is they can do something pretty amazing medically.
Yes, they've also been trained to sniff out tuberculosis. Now, tuberculosis has a distinct smell, which even humans can smell at the advanced stages.
Right.
But at the early stages of TB, it requires lab tests, which are costly and take time. So rats actually go in now into poorer countries in Africa, and they can be used to detect TB. And so the person can get their medication much earlier.
That's incredible. So, yeah, an amazing sense of smell. Now, what's the best way to provide a good home for your pet?
Firstly, you need a nice, big, large, airy enclosure. Now, they love to climb and they love to play. So something that has lots of levels and something that has lots of cardboard boxes and toys.
So something like a cat platform?
Yeah, absolutely. It needs to be cleaned out a couple of times a week, 2 or 3 times a week. And they eat absolutely everything.
Yeah, right.
Including cords.
Okay, so something to watch for?
Right, so they like to come out of their cage. We bring ours out in the evenings when we're home from work for 1 or 2 hours in the evening, and we let them run around the house, which means we need to put all the cords away, and anything that you don't want chewed needs to be hidden.
Right.
We don't let them in our bedrooms.
Yep.
And any pot plants, they don't eat anything that's poisonous to them.
Yep. So just obviously do a bit of a house check.
Yeah.
Like child-proofing, you're rat-proofing your house.
We rat-proof our house as best as we can. We have lost a few cords.
Okay. Now, how do you handle them? I mean, obviously we're seeing that they like to just sort of zoom around, but if you do need to grab your rat quickly, what's the best way to do it?
Yeah, so never pick up a rat at the tip of the tail because you can seriously damage the tail.
Right.
If you need to grab a rat quickly, you can pick them up at the base of the tail. They don't like it, but that's okay. But they really like being close to you. So pick him up at the top like this, one hand underneath, and then bring them close to your body because they feel more comfortable like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about rats, and like they've really been an amazing pet for you guys, and
They bring us a lot of joy.
Yeah.
It's like having a mini dog in the house.
Yeah, right.
They are as smart as and as friendly and
Great.
as a dog.
Oh, well, thanks so much for coming on the show, Linley, and for bringing Basil and Berry for a little visit today.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today on Wild Things, everybody. If you'd like to find out more about rats, or if you'd even like to rescue a rat, check out our website at www.thecouch.com.au. Until next time, keep it wild.